Good morning, everyone. This is Sibbe Bladh. I have a quality about me that is an infinite quality. My friendships, my love, my attention is without end. Can't stop. So anyone that has approached me or known me in their life, I'm always here for them forever. Most people don't care about such things or like to talk with me, but it doesn't mean that I'm not there. I was always there. It's just there's no interest in coming to see me or speak with me or so. And for me, I don't care about that. It's not a problem. People can do whatever they want. I don't believe in masters and disciples and such, but I believe in friendship. I believe in loyalty, and that people are important to each other. So for that sake, or for just the interesting sake, to talk about philosophy or different things that like they have eventually found out in their lives, whatever. But they represent the eternal silence, the eternal absence of connection, while I am the opposite. I'm always there. I never change much because I was very enlightened early in my life, so things don't really change so much in terms of knowledge. Things more change that I'm taking the project down. I'm becoming less and less. I don't have an ego drive to go to the world and try to achieve something. That's turning weaker all the time. And the traveler inside that is going to pass away from this existence is getting ready for the journey. I played in the world. I was in the world. I contributed to the world. I was always there for them. Anyone, like I said, that crossed my path, they were blessed. They were always welcome for almost anything, but never came because they didn't see any value in me or what I am or what I'm doing. And it has nothing to do with me. It's how they view the world and how they related to other people and reality. So it was not about me. I was always there. I was enlightened very early by 28 years old, 30 years old approximately. I was in full swing. For the past almost 23 years, I was available. I was in the world. I was one of the world. I was ready to share and work shoulder to shoulder with the world. Always there. But now the chance is gone. I don't have the possibility to be there anymore. Life don't look that way nowadays. So I guess it's over. The chances are over to have like a connection with me. There might still be natural connections in the world, but the time is not there. My time is not there. Time has run out, and whatever time I have left, I have to manage that time wisely, productively, I don't have time for people like that, and people's ignorance or whatever, or their point of development. It's not my business, you know. Nowadays, I don't view myself so much as one of the collective these days. I was mostly victimized by my fellow humans. They mostly just fucked things up for me. And I don't hate them. They are undeveloped souls. They are here to learn. They are very immature. And I try to think about those people who was good in my life, that served a purpose in my life, and was stable and was always there. It's them I love. It's them I send my blessings to. It's them that stays in my consciousness, in my mind, in my heart. It's those ones. And it's those ones I want to be like them too. All the fakesters, all the failures, all the tricksters, the shifty people, I don't want to be like them at all. They're never been my type of energy. Betrayal. They are, you know, in my eyes, big losers. They might think they are powerful when they trick people in this material world, but in the spiritual reality of infinity, these people are it's not good, you know. They are not in a good position. It's almost like you feel sorry for them, and I try not to judge them, but mainly because I don't want to be judgmental. I want to be in connection with love, with higher love and forgiveness. I don't forgive them for their sake, you know. That must be clear. Everyone has to you know, carry their own weight. Everyone have to stand for what they created, what they have done, what they are. So that's good. That's okay. That's how it's supposed to be. But personally, what people in your life is also a subject of study of psychology and behaviors. You know, I had a big opportunity to study people's psychology to my life. My life was like a magnifying glass, revealing, you know, the inner being of people I meet. I reveal their evil, their darkness. I reveal that. And they played it to the fullness on me. All the games, all the bullshit. They ran the whole register. So it gave me the chance to just study them thoroughly, to really see through them, to see who they are and what they do, you know. And of course, I am one of the minds in the universe, and I judge them. I really judge them. I might have despised them and hate them, but I don't. But I judge them, just as you would judge a criminal. I don't feel any nice feelings for these people, right? I don't. I forgive them because they were not finished. They were not ready, like infants. So one must forgive them because they don't know what they are doing actually. They're not aware, they're not conscious of their actions, what they cause or what kind of karma they put on themselves. If they knew that, if they knew what kind of shit they bring on themselves, maybe some of them would wish that they would have never been born. Because this game is so cruel. This great game is so definitive. It's so comprehensive, all-encompassing. It's a dangerous game, this life. Life is a very dangerous game. And the suffering is endless. And many people forget about that. I always knew that invisible things are watching us, because I had spiritual connections with like angels or high spirits that touched me. They could touch my hair or my head and give me vibrations when I was very young. So I knew something invisible is around us. Invisible beings are around us, watching us. Just so 1111 on the recording unit to confirm. Yeah, so I always knew that something invisible is watching us, and that cause you to behave different, because if someone is watching you, you're going to behave very different from when you believe that you are completely alone. And this is one of the problems. People feel, materialists in deep illusion, they feel that no one is watching them. There will be no consequences for actions, because how they think and know, this is a dead world. They are the only thing alive and everything else is dead. So they actually believe that they are like a small god or something, that is superior, supreme, omnipotent, while in fact being just embedded in the great weave of life, with all consciousness there has ever been and will ever be. You know, everyone is a part of that sphere, and developing and growing in that sphere. So you are being watched from inside. You know, high spirits can watch through your eyes. They can think through your brain, listen through your ears, control the manifested material reality to act certain way. It's a mystical game. It's a dangerous game. And one has to be righteous. One has to look into the ancient religions and so forth to learn the moral code, the laws for humanity, how to evolve, how to ascend. One has to follow that. Man is not an animal that is supposed to chase each other and kill each other like predators, like animals. Man is supposed to be the divine hand of nature, the divine hand of destiny that helped things forward. That was the true intention of this being, the human being. But the animal genes became too strong, too much monkey DNA in some species, you know, and causing them to be emotional, causing them to be unrealistic, you know, and just behave. They're lost in their minds, you know. They are not deep philosophers in how they view the world. They're very shallow. They're part of just a hysteric game that just moves them. They're like the leaves in the forest that blows with the winds, or they're not real humans. Like a real human is a very calm being that thinks about everything and always take the right decision, because they're so highly evolved spiritually, you know, and mentally. their hearts are at peace because they know they are right, so they are filled with grace. And when you see people who are stressed or have a bad mood or behave bad, you know that they're fucked up inside. They're primitive, very primitive, and it's a real bad situation that is almost impossible to solve between these different types of consciousness. The worldly consciousness and the higher consciousness don't mingle, they don't mingle. It's like dark and light. They cannot be in the same place at the same time. They don't do that. The higher consciousness don't like what the lower consciousness think about or deal with. It don't approve to this because it know it's superior, it know it's right, and it can feel that right through the power that flows through it. While the lower consciousness, they are very sure of themselves, because they're idiots. Idiots are always sure of themselves. So, yeah, long story short, I did my duty to the world, to the humans. I was always there for them forever. Always they had the possibility to talk to me or contact me or whatever. So I did my part of the deal. In front of eternity, in front of the eyes of the higher, I did everything I could. I couldn't do more because, I'm not a preacher. I'm not running around chasing people, nagging on them and try to, transform and change them. It's not my job. Everybody do that job themselves because we have an interest in ourselves to do that. Some of us are born with that. I always was a spiritual seeker. I was going for the truth in this world, just studying more and more, feeling good about that, and studying even more, getting to know more and more. That was my interest. I was curious. It was my life mission, and that's why I learned. Nobody teach me. The opposite. They fought against me at every step of realization. They fought at me at every stage of life. It was opposition, full opposition, and people terrorizing and trying to destroy everything for me all the time. That was my reality. So no one has taught me anything almost. What I have learned from people, that was by my own understanding that this was good. Spontaneous, happening in the real world. I was religious for a while. I had a teacher, spiritual teacher, and I get a lot of useful, fruitful information from there, of course, in terms how to eat and live, because it's very important how you eat and live, what kind of energy and life vibration you have. So that was essential, but no religious teaching really has caught me. All my religious beliefs comes from inside revelations, inside happenings, feelings. All my enlightenment process, it came without me even knowing what Kundalini or enlightenment is or are. It happened by itself. Everything has happened by itself, naturally. So that is what I believe in. I don't believe in going around and preaching too much. But I was always available. My book wasn't closed. I wasn't locked up or in my own judgmental little world trying to avoid people. I was always there. I was always reaching out to people. So I feel I did my job. I did what I was supposed to do in this life. I might still meet people, but not as a young person or a regular human anymore. I don't have time for that. Okay. But I anytime I get or inspiration, I will share that, and it's possible for people still to find that. I'm not going completely underground. But it is what it is. Life is what it is, and we must be true to that process first and foremost, before we like interact or serve other people. All right, today's message. Take care, everybody. Bless.